Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Victor and welcome to my YouTube channel, which is all about helping people navigate their spiritual awakening process. And today I'm going to give you guys 5 signs to look out for so you can see if you need more self-care in your life. And real quick, self-care is just taking extra good care of yourself. The Ascension process is very, very physical. I oftentimes compare it to that of a professional athlete. Any high-level athlete trains obviously way more intensely and often and just harder than an average person. But the real high-level athletes, they put a lot of focus into their recovery. They'll soak themselves in like salt baths. A lot of them get daily massages. They take a lot of supplements. They eat extremely healthy. Many of them have chefs. They rest, they sleep. They do all these different things knowing their body needs the extra care because of the extra energy they're expending in the gym or on the field. Your body is very comparable to a professional athlete right now. The amount it's going through with these energies that are constantly trying to build up in your body, and it's just a very physical process, which I'm sure none of you will argue. So I have found it that during certain periods, especially now, it is quite hot out there, very intense energetically speaking, that I need to put extra emphasis on doing self-care. I'm doing this right now, in fact. So I'm going to give you guys 5 signs to look out for, so anytime they come up, you know, okay, well, it's just indicative that I should probably go about doing some sort of self-care. Okay. Number 1 is fatigue. Obviously, a lot of us feel fatigue, but I'm talking like straight up burnout. I call it burnout. It feels like the way I used to experience it, years ago, was that my nervous system is so sensitive to everything, and it could not really handle all the input. Just the input of my day. I'm not even talking about the energy. I just felt like always zapped out, like fizzled out, burnt out. Like my nervous system was just like, where I just had no strut in my step. Thinking was even oftentimes laborious for me. I just felt like I could not really do much of anything. I just had to sit there and rest. Any output of mine was severely compromised and came out pretty crummy because I felt so out of it, so fatigued. Number 2 is having a lot of cravings for junk food. Oftentimes we crave a lot of sweets, just junk food, chocolate, desserts, alcohol. If you guys are big pot smokers, you want to fiendishly smoke weed. We have all these cravings. There's more cortisol in our body when we're stressed out, we're kind of burnt out, like I described, going through these ascension energies. Obviously, other things can cause that, but something that will bring this to your attention is just the craving for, little short-term pleasure. That's something to look out for as well. When you're feeling good and pure and healthy, there's much less of a need or desire for these little escapism type of pleasures that we find solace in temporarily in sweets and whatnot. Number 3 is when you feel a lot of your Kundalini energy flowing through your body, and in a fairly disharmonious way, where you just feel like it's just too much. It's all over the place. It's getting pooled and pocketed in certain parts of your body. You feel like these rushes that are sort of like disorienting. That's a sign. Obviously there's a lot going on in your body, and it does help a lot to just kind of, again, dedicate yourself to some sort of self-care practice. Number 4 is just a general, obvious, where you don't look your best, where you're retaining a lot of water, have bags under your eyes, your skin looks kind of like dull and not very radiant. Your muscles, if you're a guy, look kind of flat, and you just feel, you can kind of see it just by looking at your mirror, your whole body. You can just kind of tell when you're feeling really anabolic and healthy and just in tune and radiant and vital, and when you're feeling the opposite. So obviously that's a concern as well. Number 5, just general ups and downs in your state of mind, your state of being, your emotions. You might be really crazy hot one day and just really, you fire off at the mouth very quickly. Your temper is short, and just stuff like that. Your emotional ups and downs physically. You're feeling okay for a couple hours, and you feel exhausted for seemingly no reason at all for another day or so. And just these kind of ups and downs in your life. You'll see these ups and downs sort of mirrored as well, where you might be building up a lot of problems in your life, a lot of issues that is kind of falling into your lap, and you don't really know why. You haven't yet gotten to the bottom of it, so they just keep coming and piling up, and this stresses you out more. This is a sign that there's a lot going on, man, because when you're going through these energetic upgrade shifts, you will see it and experience it in your outer reality as well. So look to that. For those of you who have no idea what it is to do a self-care practice, I'll briefly list a few, but I also wrote a blog article just today that give you my 3 top self-care practices that I did many years ago, around 2011, when I was going through a lot of these really extreme level of symptoms. I was forced to do these things. I'll give you my 3 favorite, okay? But essentially just yoga, meditation, walking, eating healthy, taking soaking in a salt bath. Or you can just look up active recovery for athletes, do what they're doing. But again, I have a nice 1,000-word article. You can click down below if you want to read that. And the most important thing is that, and I always say this, but it does bear repeating, is just don't stress out about this, man. Accept that you're going through a transition. All this crap going on with your body making you feel this way is an awesomely positive, amazing, crazy, awesome thing. You're being stretched to higher levels of your soul conscious self. And even though the process of expanding so quickly is uncomfortable, you're going to be happy that you're very expanded once this kind of settles down and you get to go into your life from this fucking genius-like perspective, and you can go and you can take on your career and your relationships and whatever pursuits you have in your life is going to be coming from such an amazingly powerful, just awesome perspective. So yeah, right now it does kind of suck. I feel the same way. It's a lot of ups and downs, man. A lot of crazy shit's going on. We all know that. You look out into the news, it's going down, okay? But it will stop. It will plateau. It will play out. And we'll all look back, for one, feeling just amazed at how awesome and how satisfied we feel having gone through such a challenging situation. We'll have such strength. A lot of times people wonder, why do people suffer so much? Seemingly randomly, people go through these horrible situations. Why? Because they become light bearers. They become strong. And then they can help other people going through the same thing. And even more basically, once this does settle down, again, we'll get to reap the benefits of walking through our daily life in an ascended, higher conscious state. Connected. Absent of all this dogma and beliefs and limitations that we've been placing on ourselves that's just been sabotaging our life. Everywhere we try to make something happen, we're constantly just ruining it for ourselves. That'll be gone. But in the meantime, acknowledge that we're going through this period as energy's floating around, affecting us. So do your due diligence and take care of yourself. You deserve it. You deserve to take a half hour a day or wake up a little bit early for you. I have 3 children, okay? I know it's not easy. I wake up early and I do it. So again, if you guys want to read the articles down below, I send these little messages to my email list. I hit my email people up every day now, just about every day. And and there's some days you don't hear from me in the videos. If you want to have more contact with me, if it helps, then join my email list. I'll leave a link down below for that as well. With that, I will close. God bless you all. Namaste. Peace.